Good morning, pilgrims. It is day 4 on the Camino Francés in reverse, day 35 on the Camino from Sevilla to Santiago, and I just got back to Melide after 2 glorious nights in Santiago where I stay at the Parador. Oh, I treated myself and I treated myself good. I've also met 2 pilgrims that I walk with on the Via de la Plata. I met them when I was there, a German and a Frenchman. By the way, taking buses here is a first for me, even though I drove from Santiago to St. Jean-Pied-de-Port in 2022. I rented a car, I was doing a video, a 3D video, and it was a different experience altogether. It gives you perspective to what it's like to be walking, to taking the slow way. I drove on my first day from Santiago to Ocebreiro to a Burgo Ranero to Belorado to St. Jean-Pied-de-Port, and I was taking my time. Now, I got my degree in using public transportation on the Shikoku Henro because there things are totally different, and here in Spain there's no need for it, but now it's opening up a window because sometimes you can use it to move back and forward to the starting point. The bus on the way to Santiago and back stop at the airport, so in case of an emergency that you need to get out of the Camino and go straight to the airport, this one takes you there. Now it is 10 o'clock in the morning, and today we have a 15-kilometer day to Palas de Rei. It's gonna be a nice day, of course, and I already have my reservation because I knew that I was gonna get there probably later than if I were walking, leaving this town early in the morning. Now the stage from Palas del Rei to Arzúa, usually people break it up in half, in 2 sections, 2 15-kilometer sections, or you could do a 30-kilometer day. I'm glad that when I was planning this stage, this section over here, I decided to take it easy. I did so many long days on the Via de la Plata that I don't want to do that on the Camino Francés. On the Camino Francés, my longest day, I think it's gonna be a 27K. All right, feels nice to be back here. It's 10 in the morning. Should I have a mid-morning café con leche before I head out? Or maybe just have it along the way? Great weather, by the way. No more rain for the rest of the week, which is just so nice. And sun is out, temperature is very nice. All I have is my fleece jacket. I had to put away my down jacket when I was on the bus. And let's just head out, say goodbye to Melide, and start the Camino Francés in reverse once again. Hit play. It is 10:45 and I just hit the bubble. Of course I have. These are the people that left Palas de Rei between 7 and 8 in the morning. I will be meeting the ones that left Puerto Marín in Palas del Rei. They're looking at me like an alien wearing this with a full mask on, but the sun is hitting me straight on and I need to take care of my skin. It is noon already, and I just decided to have a bite to eat at a bar because today it's been one wave after the other. We got beautiful weather and everybody's out and about. It's kind of early for lunch, so I just had like a second big breakfast. I had eggs with bacons and fries, and café con leche, and an orange juice at a bar that I've stopped quite a few times, and I just kept seeing the people passing by. Right now, I'm at the border between the municipality of A Coruña and Lugo within the autonomous region of Galicia. We haven't left Galicia yet, not for the next few days. I still see people coming, so today is gonna be one of those days. That may actually be the last of them. I don't think so. It's just wave after wave. The Spanish students, man, the kids, they're the ones that are bulking up this place, but it is their country, so who are we to complain? Now, the two-way street for me is not an issue at all. I'm used to it, by the way. I used to do mountains before I started doing the Camino. For example, on the Annapurna base camp treks, you go and you come back the same way. When you do the Lost City in Colombia, it's the same story. There are so many trails around the world where you actually go to the place, the highlight of the trip, and then come back the same way. I have made reservations all the way to, let's see, to Ocebreiro, mainly because of the crowds. And also, for example, in Puerto Marin is one of the towns where it's hard to just show up and get a bed. Yes, they do have a large municipal albergue, but the last couple of times that I've been there, it gets filled up really fast. And then sometimes they even have to open like the building next door. There's like a youth center or something there, and that will be like the spillover. The problem is the Sarria has a lot of places, has a lot of accommodation, and Puerto Marin is smaller. So all the people that leave Sarria cannot possibly fit into Puerto Marin. That's why some have to stay before or after. And I just made a reservation just to avoid the hassle. I was just climbing there and I didn't even notice it. My backpack today is squeaking. Oh yeah. Must be all that water from the Camino. And look at all the mud right there. This is what it's all about after a hectic day with everything from leaving Santiago during rush hour, getting on a bus for an hour, and then hitting the waves here, one after the other. I think I'm on my own with the birds, with the Camino. So quiet, so beautiful. Oh man. Let's enjoy the rest of the way. Now that all is quiet and good in this beautiful landscape, let's cut right through it with some Duolingo French lessons, butchering the French language one day at a time, and my squeaky backpack today. Let's do it.
Je cuisine beaucoup.
Je cuisine beaucoup. Actually, I don't. I cook a lot. Yo cocino mucho.
Ces salades sont bonnes.
Ces salades sont bonnes. La ensalada está buena. The salads are good.
Tu cuisines des fruits?
Tu cuisines de fruit? Fruit? Frutas? Are you cooking fruits? Tu cocinas frutas? That's weird. By the way, what's the odometer say? 62.5. Yes. One more time. Un bon plat. Un bon plat. A good dish. Un buen plato. Un bon
Ces
plat.
plats sont bons.
Ces plats sont bons. These dishes are good. Estos platos están buenos. All right, that's enough for today. Let's continue. So made it to Palas de Rei at 2 in the afternoon after walking for 4 hours. The approach, we had the town in the distance. I could see it just the way I like it. And I made it to this albergue that has a lot of charisma. Very nice. I love it. It has some amenities, privacy curtains. It has a light and an outlet for your stuff. So not just one, but 3 per bed. And I have my setup over there, charging station, charging all my electronics, even using the extension cord, because I need to be able to move things around. Now, there are 2 other pilgrims here, so we're 3. He told me that if we manage to get 4, he's going to do a communal dinner tonight. He's Italian, so it's going to be pasta with salad, bread, wine, and dessert. Oh, yes. I love those dinners. He's also watched some of my videos. We got to talk there while he was giving me the wax stamp, which I love so much. And he told me he wanted to do the Camino with a trolley. He showed me a picture of it, and I told him I've done it. He recognized the video that I did, which I'll put the link up here and down in the description down below. So I'm sure he's gonna have a million questions that I'm more than glad to answer this afternoon. Did laundry already, and even though I did it yesterday, I forgot yesterday that I had an extra pair of socks in one of my pockets on my backpack. And you know, what can I say? I had to wash everything today, and it's hanging outside. It's sunny, windy. It's gonna do the trick for sure. Also, I weighed in my backpack because it has a scale there, and it's 12.7 kilos. Just what I thought. I took the biggest nap of the trip. I woke up like around 6 in the afternoon, and I decided after I picked up my clothes, which dried super fast of course, to come to the city center and have something to eat for dinner. And I went to this bar that I've been to a couple of times already, and I went for a massive meal. I have a mixed churrasco with fries and some wine. And what do we have here but the second Chicoco stone marker? Yes sir, kilometer 68 to Santiago. All right guys, I want to thank of course the troll angel of the day, and that will be Steven Medina. Thank you so much Steven for your continuous support. And tomorrow we have a longer stage to Puerto Marin. I think it's 24 kilometers. And then the day after that, Sarria, and the end of this craziness that we have here.